It is time to talk local history, and we do that with only one person, and that is Harold Peacock from History Out There, who joins us on the line this morning. Good morning, Harold.
Yes, good morning, Damo. I'm preparing for a big expedition, but I've got a good story to tell you today.
Yeah.
It's about where I'm actually going.
Well, now, where are you headed this time?
Yeah, look, this week I'm going grave hunting in the outback. And while I'm there, I'm following in the footsteps of a Toowoomba Rugby League Nomad from a century ago. It's out past Barcaldine, so it's right out there.
It'll be nice and chilly.
Oh, look, it was -5 or something the other morning. So, yes, I'm fired up, ready to go. And what better way than let's talk about Toowoomba in the winter and some rugby league players.
Well, there you go. You've hit two of the best topics, I think.
Yeah, that's right. And it's about Toowoomba's Patrick Keating. Now, he was a rugby league nomad, moving between teams across Queensland and New South Wales during the Great Depression. Now, Keating was actually born in Winton in 1907, came to Toowoomba and burst onto the Toowoomba Club competition in 1929. He was a promising colt for brothers in what was reported at the time as some of the finest club matches ever seen.
Right.
Now, if you remember, Damo, Toowoomba had beaten England in 1924 in one of the most famous victories in Queensland Rugby League history. Now, it wasn't just a regional upset. It was a defining moment which cemented Toowoomba's reputation as a rugby league powerhouse, producing players that represent Queensland and Australia throughout the decade. And Keating was part of that uncompromising generation. Now, come 1930, Keating was mastering his position of 5'8", and was considered a candidate for representative honours. Playing for Toowoomba in the Bulimba Cup, he was knocking on the door of interstate recognition. He was improving his game of attack, also being a demon in defence. He was absolutely rising star. But the depression was beginning to bite, and scratching out a living was paramount for everyone. And Keating successfully applied for the job of player coach of the Barcaldine Rugby League Club.
Right.
Now, Barcaldine probably paid him big money in the vicinity of £6 a week plus board. That's over $5,000 a day. The country clubs had to do that to get players, and they still do it. Like last month, the Barcaldine Sandigoannas, they won their second consecutive Central West Rugby League premiership. That was just last week.
Yeah.
But anyway, when Keating left Barcaldine following the 1931 season, the club presented him with a handsome brush and comb set in a pink plastic case. Very, very tough rugby league. But back then, plastic was an amazing new invention, so it was pretty trendy.
Right.
Anyway, he finished the year off back in Toowoomba. Now, for 1932, Keating went to Moree in northern New South Wales as player coach. He proved really popular and quickly established himself a favourite with players and the public.
Right.
Now, he built a team that was considered virtually unbeatable in the state's northwest. In fact, the Moree Boars are still a force today, and last year powered to another Group 4 Rugby League premiership. Now, for the 1933 season, Keating applied for the player coaching role at the Gondolin Rugby League Club in the Central West region of New South Wales. He was 26-year-old, 5'10" tall, and weighed 12 stone. He was an athlete. However, from 40 applicants, the job actually went to Ray Steer, the star player from Sydney's Eastern Suburbs Club, a New South Wales and Australian representative, and was destined to be one of Australia's finest footballers of the 20th century. But Steer couldn't commit to the club in time, and so the second choice, Keating, he got the nod.
Oh.
Now, and Gondolin, that had a bit of a history. It is out in the country. In fact, its first recorded match was just 11 years earlier. And they travelled up the road and played Bogan Gate, despite the field being underwater.
Right.
Now, the drive home of just 52 kilometres today takes, 35, 40 minutes. But after that match, one car took 7 hours, with the passengers doing the last 8 kilometres by foot. Another car took 15 hours after stopping to let the floodwaters go down. And a third car took 18 hours after having to cope with a broken axle. So rugby league was tough, but the supporters were too getting to the games. But anyway, in 1934, Keating returned to Toowoomba to again be one of the best players for brothers, but never forgot his country teams though. he sent a football signed by all the Australian Kangaroo players from the recent tour. Now, 4 of them were from Toowoomba, and 2 of them brothers' teammates of his. He sent that to the Moree Rugby League Club, who raffled off to support the club. Now, Keating eventually retired to Brisbane, where he became president of the Brisbane Brothers Club there. It was there that he built a side of internationals and interstate players that dominated the game. Now, this week, Damo, like I said, I'll be in the outback, west of Buckhaldon, searching for the lost grave of Maggie McNeil. She's my great-great-grandaunt. I'm seeing if I can find her. And while I'm out there, I'm definitely going to call into the Buckhaldon at Rugby League ground, where Pat Keating played all those years ago. You see, while Toowoomba's Keating and many other really talented players just like him, they may have sacrificed the chances of higher representative honours, but they did their bit to support country life during the Depression and also kept the food on the table of the families. That's what they did back then.
They certainly did.
We've got it easy now.
Yeah, we certainly do. Oh, mate, what a great story. Now, of course, you're going to be posting the story up on your website?
Absolutely. I'll get that up later in the week on my website, historyouththere.com. And if you'll have me, I'll be coming to you live from Buckhaldon next week.
Well, you try and just stop us, because there'll be no way of doing that. We look forward to catching up with you each and every Tuesday and getting some local history. Good luck on the hunt, and you make sure you stay rugged up in Buckhaldon.
Oh, it's cold, but I'm looking for great-great-grandaunt Maggie McNeil, the lost grave. Fingers crossed.